Hey guys, welcome back to Alpha CG. This is a Blender Basics tutorial. So if you've been going through my past tutorial videos, it's been all about modeling and texturing. So I thought I would make something for absolute beginners in Blender. We had covered most of the object mode features in Blender in most of my previous videos. Okay, let's just begin. So tab to go into edit mode, and now uh, till the measure tool we've discussed in previous videos, and these will be quite common most of the workspaces. Now the extrude region, so if you can click on this and use it, otherwise you can just have the selection cursor select box selected and make sure that you are in one of these modes. Usually the face is what you'll use for the extrusion. You can press E on your keyboard and that will extrude selected faces. So right now all the faces are selected, so it's going to do this weird duplication, but we don't want that. I want to extrude this face. So most of the um, tools in the edit mode are very easy to understand because they're self-explanatory. Even absolute beginners can actually understand it by just playing around with the tools. You do not need to actually go through um, courses for getting a very basic idea about the Blender viewport. Okay, I'll just Control C to get rid of that. Next is the inset. So once again, you could use this to inset faces. I would prefer going with the shortcuts. So once again, making sure you have face select mode, I to inset, and you can make these insets. Now you could use this in combination. Now we learned the extrusion tool, so let's just extrude this part. Now we have this interesting figure. Now next up we have bevel. Bevel, once again you could just click on this and then move that uh, gizmo that appears over here. So you can just move this and use the bevel, but it's much easier with the shortcuts. So let's stick to shortcuts. For the bevel, you want to be in edge select because you want to select the edges that you want to bevel and not the whole face. So I want to bevel these edges right here. Just select them individually. Now Control B, and this will bevel the object. Now you can see that there's two vertices appearing now from that when I'm doing the bevel for each edge. You could increase that by scrolling a mouse wheel, and that will increase the segments. So right now you can see at the bottom of my screen there's segments, which is 3. I could further increase it to 5 and make it more rounded. And then the more you move your mouse pointer, or you could just enter a value like 0.5, and that would be pretty good. Okay, now we have bevel covered. Next there's loop cut. So loop cut is basically a tool to add more vertices to your mesh so that you can actually manipulate it. Now we have these loop cuts. So what can we do with the loop cuts? Alt and select, make sure in edge select and alt select these edges, so that will select the entire edge loop, and shift alt and left click to select both of them, and you could scale them down. You could extrude them and then right click and then scale it out. You can get these interesting shapes. So say if you were trying to model a roof-like structure, this would come in handy. Next we have knife tool. So what does knife tool do? So knife tool helps you to, okay, the shortcut for knife, the shortcut for the knife tool, the shortcut for the knife tool is K. And now if I hover over this edge right here, I can select the edge. I can click on it and it create a new vertex on the edge. But I don't want that. I want to select the vertex. Now K, and now I can snap to this vertex right here. So now I can drag it like this, and now I have this, and I can just right click, oops, K, and this, you can drag it like this and leave it there. Now you have this interesting face right here. You can pull it out. So this is moreover to play with individual vertices and make isolated faces in different design, I guess. I'll just delete this cube for now. It's a bit and add a new one in. Tap back into edit mode. Now after the knife tool we have this poly build. That's basically the regular selection mode right here. As far as I know, what it allows you to do is, so you have this vertex select mode, and when you have the selection box enabled, you can select a vertex and then G to grab it and move it around. That's the function of this tool as well. It does the similar effect of the move tool. Then spin. So spin is used to kind of create pipes. So now right now once I click this, you will see this overlapping geometry. Now in the steps or in the angle, if I reduce that to like 90 or so, now you'll see that it kind of makes that shape appear. Now I can just move it like this. It's a bit tricky to actually form it, but once you get it done, it would be neat. So now you have this kind of you could use this for a vent or something like that. We'll just Control Z to get rid of that. Next, these are a couple of new ones that have been added in the past few versions of Blender. For now, we've discussed the basic ones, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching Alpha CG. If you've enjoyed watching this video and if you've learned something, please do like, share, and comment. And if you want to watch more of this content, do subscribe.